So, this is my method. That and good music is how I'm staying put today. I need to stay put because I have to wake up incredibly early. And this gets me on the line of little rituals and what they can represent, how deep they can go, how much enjoyment they can bring to your life if you only pause to pay attention, to consider. So, this is called something unpronounceable in Polish. It is a porter, heavy. It's from 1881 apparently, therefore old, therefore with the darkness and the heaviness, a good stasis, a good anchor. Which is why it's appropriate for keeping me at home, relaxing. Even though I don't particularly want to go to bed soon, I'm trying to wind down towards it. And this is helping significantly in that direction. My other option would, of course, be to head out the door and get in my car and drive it to a friend's house, one township over. And this, of course, would require resources. I'm an environmental bent, and I try to avoid overusing resources. Now, I don't think that a trip to a friend's house is overusing a resource, but if you've already done stuff during the week, it can get into that category. And here's the thing about beer. It's kind of a representation of a certain bounty, of a harvest of barley and wheat and all that kind of jazz, and the time it takes to prepare it, and the fire and the wood it would take to prepare it, right? So it all kind of molds together to this ritual of, I'm at home, I'm having a beer, and I'm going to stay here. And this is responsible drinking. This is drinking that makes you responsible. You're not only drinking responsibly, but you're being made responsible by drink. And that is the purpose of beer. Or not. I guess it just depends on your style. My style changes up a bit. But right now, all that jazz I just played for you, that was it. So how shall I entertain you further? Should I entertain you further? I don't know. Lots of great bands out there, I'm sure. I just haven't heard many since My Morning Jacket. Took me a while to remember that. I know they're out there. Empty Self was good, but that's kind of a niche mood thing. Why am I talking about bands? I was just listening to David Bowie. And, I mean, there's a lot of David Bowie that's not that good, but there's something stylistic, something iconic that hasn't really happened to us since, like, maybe Radiohead. I just cannot put a finger on anything that stands out in the way that a David Bowie or a Led Zeppelin would. And that's definitely not even my era. It's just strange, maybe just because there's a lot more voices, but it's not that it's bland, it just, Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Feel free to comment below. Yeah, so one thing that I'm hoping happens as a result of people having access to instruments, like you see my violin back there, due to financing options and lots of lessons and things available through the internet, and if you've got the will, you will eventually learn to play somewhat decently, is the return of the Parlor. So this idea is basically like, I think during the Enlightenment, all throughout history really, there would be people that would get together in like a parlor, and instead of just talking or playing a card game, would play instruments together. So kind of like a jam band, but with a little bit more purpose and musical acumen. And I think that little cultural things like that are going to need to happen as automation increases. It's also an opportunity for yet another way for people to make money outside of just direct production. We're going to have to move more and more away from a direct production economy as things become automated and as there are more people that are going to be competing for the same positions. So we need to not even create new positions, but return to like certain craftsmanship culture that would help us fend off the blues and unemployment of having this very weird Spartan culture where only these rock star type groups do music and art. For the most part, it seems. Maybe I'm just in a bubble or something, but I think I'm onto something here. So, 6 minutes in so far, huh? Maybe I'll play some music. It's not gonna be good. It's just not. This is a tuning I found when I was trying to learn Nick Drake's song Road. It's just the G's and E. And since you've got 2 E's already in standard, it's a very nice kind of mystical sound. Sand inside her shoe, sand inside her shoes, Sandy had the blues. Sandy didn't choose to die. Isn't that just the way? Isn't that just the way? Outside of Houston Day, Sandy had the blues today. He didn't choose to say. Well, isn't that the way? Isn't that the way? And is it gonna stay at all? Depends on the turn of the turn of the turn of the turn of the was he out there by the shore, Sandy tied her shoes today. Sandy had the blues today. Sandy didn't choose today. Didn't choose today. Well, this is the 10-minute mark. Thanks for stopping by. Check out my website, www.fractaljournal.com, for essays, stories, and more. Cheers.